Darren Waller, Raiders tight end, working with Sports Media Network Blue Wire, teaming up with Darren with an international yoga instructor, mindfulness teacher, personal development coach, Donnie Starkins. They have a podcast called Comeback Stories, and the launch date is going to be July 11th. And Darren joins us on the program. Are you? How long did it take to get over the loss to the Bengals in the playoffs?
It stung for a bit. I don't really dwell too much in losses for a while. You take what you learn from it. For us, it's red zone execution on offense, and we got to be able to do that. So learn that lesson and try not to wallow in it and have self-pity and just move on.
But your life experiences, I don't want to say you don't sweat the small stuff, but given what you've been through, a loss to the playoffs compared to, what you've been going through since you were 15 years of age, how would you compare those two?
I would say a playoff loss is, I call it Cadillac problems these days. Life is a lot better. I can keep a job these days. I can contribute to the good that's going on around, the organization and the community. So now it's like, okay, we got our little taste, and now we want to go for the higher things.
But if I told you 7 years ago, you're going to be a Pro Bowl player, going to be on a playoff team, going to be one of the best tight ends in the NFL, you would have said what?
I would have said you're full of crap.
Yeah. What was the day that you said, I need help?
August 12th, 2017 was the day I said I needed help.
Walk me through that day that led you to that announcement.
August 12th, 2017 was the first day I was sober. I had an overdose on August 11th, 2017. So, coming out of that was the first time I was kind of shocked to my core and was like, I'm not really in control. I'm actually being controlled here, so that next day, out of fear, out of just not knowing, and not feeling like I was capable of controlling my life anymore, that was when I was like, all right, I'm willing to listen at least to what somebody else has to say.
You remember the first time you got high?
Yeah, I do. When I was 15, some friends that I had they were taking pills out of their parents' medicine cabinets, and I was over there hanging out, and I was told it would make me feel good. And, at that time, I was just kind of lost as a kid trying to find my identity and where I fit in and what I was about. So I was willing to try it. And then, it was off to the races from there.
What did it make you feel like?
It's just anxiety went away. I felt a sense of calm that I never really felt before. Everything just kind of quieted down inside of me. And that's all that I wanted.
When did you realize you had the talent to be able to play? Well, I'll start with college, but when did you realize, okay, I can do this in college and maybe do this for a living?
I thought it was my junior year where I thought I could do it in college, because that was my first year playing varsity, and I played safety back then, and I ended up having like 120 tackles in like 9 games. And so I was like, I felt like I could do, like, I don't know, I just felt like I had a feel for the game. It wasn't a lot of like big thunderous hits or anything like that. It was just like being in the right place and having instincts and just being able to execute with good form, So from there, I was like, I know I could play in college and at least get my school paid for.
How do you deal with pain, considering you probably can't take anything for that pain?
Yeah, I mean, it's a whole lot of different things for me. It's, infrared sauna, contrasting hot and cold, a lot of massages, a lot of cupping, a lot of needling, good amount of icy hot. It's a lot of different things for me because I know I can't go that route. So I just make sure that I'm on top of it day in and day out. Because if I'm not, then I'm putting myself in a bind.
What do you want people to take away from this podcast?
So from Comeback Stories, I want people to take away that, even the people that they see as most successful and maybe like they have no chinks in their armor, that they face the same issues that any normal human being would face on a day-to-day basis, from what's going on inside their head, inside their heart, things that they're dealing with from their past, they're trying to get over. It's just conversations to let people know that, no matter how many times they've fallen or, like me, getting arrested, getting suspended time after time after time, like you can still make something good happen with your life, and you still have the power to, rewrite your story.
What was that day like when you got arrested?
Which one? I've been arrested 3 times.
Okay. The worst one was, or the most embarrassing one?
The most embarrassing one, I don't know if I told the story publicly. So this was at the end of my rookie year in Baltimore. And, we didn't make the playoffs. And, they give the speech of, make wise decisions, don't do anything stupid. And I was arrested in Roanoke, Virginia in like 36 hours with for driving like 100 something miles per hour, and I had like over an ounce of weed in the car.
What did John Harbaugh say?
I mean, they weren't very thrilled. The first person I called was the team security, and they were like, "All right, man, like you have to call a coach." I was like, "Yep." And then I just called him on my way home. I still had, once I got out of jail, I still had 7 more hours to drive home to Georgia.
Oh boy!
So it was a very long ride, a lot to think about.
How are you alive?
By the grace of God, man. I don't know any other reason. It ain't by my own doing. I know that.
But you start at an early age, and our metabolisms are all different. So drugs affect us differently, and then what our body wants, and those who can just say no if you believe in that. But like your body, then like it becomes your way of life. You wake up. That's how you get through the day, by taking those pills. Is that a fair assessment of what you went through?
Yeah, it's like anything, and it was drinking for me too. So it's like, anything good happens, I'm gonna get high. Anything bad happens, I'm gonna get high. If I'm stressed out, I'm gonna get high. If I'm chilling and just nothing going on that day, I'm gonna get high. So it's like literally, there's not really anything that I could do without partaking in that. And it's like, you basically relearn how to live life again.
Yeah, it's interesting you bring it up that, hey, I'm feeling good. Let's feel even better. Hey, I'm bummed out. I want to feel a little bit better that I'm bummed out.
Right. Yeah, that's exactly it.
Was there anybody there who realized what you were throwing away and tried to kind of grab you and say, what are you doing?
Pretty much everybody. Harbaugh was one of those people.
No, prior to that, when, probably when you didn't know you had a problem, but did you have any of your buddies who said, hey, what are you doing? Like, you got a chance to do something great.
Yeah, I had friends that would say that, in college, especially because that was when a lot of the stuff started happening as far as me getting in trouble. But whenever somebody would say that, I would just kind of push them away, keep them at arm's length. Even back then, I had my family at arm's length. I had anybody that, remotely thought they had a relationship with me, had no idea what was really going on. Like, people will still hit me to this day. Like, I had no idea. And then we were like, close. Like, we hung out with each other every day, or we were around each other a lot of the time. And, I was just really great at masking it.
We're talking to Darren Waller, the Raiders tight end, Pro Bowl tight end, and the podcast Comeback Stories with Blue Wire, and the launch date is July 11th. And then you're fooling teammates. Like, you think you're fooling people, but you're not fooling anybody, Right.
Yeah. I mean, I was told on multiple occasions, I've told and heard, that it's like, this guy is living like a double life, because I could be in the building and I could be respectful to your face and put a smile on, tell a joke, do all that. But, when I left the building, it was like, there was no telling what was going to happen, a phone call somebody was going to get, what they may see in the news, But
I wonder, you got cut by the Ravens. Was that a good thing?
Yeah, that was a really good thing, actually, because, I was coming off of, I got reinstated. And, before that, I was working at Sprouts. And so I'm like, okay, like, I think I'm humble enough. And then it's like I come back into training camp. And,
so you're at a supermarket. You're working you're stocking shelves at a supermarket?
Yep, that was my job. And
well, you could get the high shelves, though. You did need help to get up there.
They always came and found me to get something off the top shelf.
Did anybody recognize you? Like, who you look like? That guy used to play football.
Yeah, there are some. I mean, yeah, I would see people that I knew, went to like high school with, girls that I used to try to holler at. So it was an interesting dynamic in there for sure.
Have you spoken at the Rookie Symposium?
I haven't, no.
Why not?
I don't know. Never got an invite.
But you should. I mean, that.
Yeah, that's actually a good idea.
No, this is what these younger players need. I mean, they come in and they think they know everything and they know nothing.
Seriously.
Yes. I think it'd be great. I mean, we look at the NFL is littered with these players, like Johnny Manziel. Like if somebody would have grabbed him earlier, maybe he's still playing in the NFL.
Yeah, you're probably right. But then at the same time, I look at my situation and I'm like, it didn't matter what people were telling me. Like, the Chris Herron story?
Yeah.
I heard him speak multiple times and then went immediately and got high 15 minutes after he spoke. So it's like, was I ready to receive something back then? Did it have to happen like in the exact timing in which it did? I don't know.
Yeah, and if people haven't heard Chris Herron speak, Google him, a former college basketball player. He was with the Celtics wearing his uniform, his warm-ups. He'd go out on the to the curb at the loading dock, and he would get some oxy. And he's playing in an NBA game. That's messed up.
Yeah.
Did you play high?
Yeah, I have.
Wow.
Yep.
In the NFL?
Yeah. I remember games where, I don't know, I was just like so uninspired and just with life itself, like it'd be like cocaine sometimes. It'd just be like, I remember times on the sideline I'd be like yawning and just not there, just not into anything, not feeling any kind of, fire for life. So it was like, yeah, I needed that to just like, make the experience more of what I wanted it to be, I guess.
You were bored?
Yeah, I had no desire. I mean, I just had no desire to play football because football became a people-pleasing tool after high school. It wasn't like the game that I enjoyed when I grew up. It was just like all I saw was pressure. All I saw was politics. All I saw was me needing to perform instead of just going out there and just enjoying what I do with people that I enjoy being around.
I know you never met him. Your great-grandfather, the jazz musician Fats Waller. What do you know about Fats Waller?
I know he was a jazz pioneer. I know he basically created like stride piano and all that. And I know he got kidnapped by Al Capone to play music. He made a lot of money.
Wait, Darren, you got to lead with that he got kidnapped by Al Capone. Like nobody else had. No other musician has that where Al Capone's guys. Now, I think the story is Fats was performing, got done performing. Al Capone's people came in and said, no, we're going to kidnap you. You're going to perform for Al Capone at his party. Does that sound right?
Yeah.
Travis Kelce doesn't have that story. I mean, come on.
Right. That's, I don't think too many people walk around with that one on the hip pockets. Yeah.
But you have the music background here because I know you love music as well. But how about Slim Waller? How about that? Instead of Fats Waller, what do you think?
It's got a nice ring to it. Some with slim or lean in it, yeah.
Yeah, but what's your rap? You don't want lean, like you want Slim Waller. Slim Waller, yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, all right. Who's the best tight end in the AFC West?
The best tight end in the AFC West. I'm not really into comparisons, but I step out in the field. I feel like I'm the best in my world because all I'm thinking about is, how good I want to be.
Good. That should be your answer. I'm going to guess Travis Kelce would probably tell me the same thing, that he's the
Absolutely.
best.
Without a doubt.
Congrats on just getting here and being a Pro Bowl tight end, and hopefully Slim Waller takes off. And now, what's your contract status with the Raiders?
At the very moment, I have 2 years left on my deal.
Okay.
So yeah, in negotiation phase, and let my agent, let the team handle that. I'm just focused on getting ready for camp.
Yeah, but Devontae took all the money.
Nah, man, we'll see. We'll see.
Thanks for joining us. Thanks for sharing, and good luck with the podcast that comes out on July 11th.
Thanks, Dan. Appreciate you having me.
Thank you. That's Darren Waller.